beginning tonight for the next couple of weeks. We'll be back and have the lineups right after this timeout.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Stay on top of all the NBA playoff action with Yahoo Sports. Watch thrilling up-to-the-minute highlights. Go behind the scenes.
You have a chance to put a team away in a game, you got to do it, especially in the playoffs.
And get expert analysis.
This is a huge series right here because these are two teams that if they get by each other have a legitimate shot to win it all.
This spring, don't miss your shot to stay up to date with daily coverage of the NBA playoffs on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand
on MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Curtis Grant.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
For all your Yankees gear.
For all your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Voting is now open for the 2008 All-Star Game at Yankee Stadium. Use the ballot on MLB.com to watch video, compare stats, and vote up to 25 times.
FSN is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By Alfie's Pizza and oh, so much more. By Money Tree. Visit moneytreeinc.com for a location near you. Money Tree. Choices are good. And by Lithia Assured Cars and Trucks. A better car buying experience starts at lithia.com. The Mariners have played outstanding interleague play here at Safeco Field. As a matter of fact, you look at their record, 61-39. That's fourth best in Major League Baseball. So they have had great success here at Safeco Field, hoping that that continues here on this homestand because they have 3 against the Washington Nationals, and then the first visit ever by the Florida Marlins to Safeco Field next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Let's look at the lineups, Mike.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Comcast. For the Nationals, you have Guzman, Dukes, Millage, Young, Flores, Belliard, Lopez, Pena, and Harris hitting 9th. Rico scouting report on R.A. Dickey's had 1 start this year. This will be a second. You can see he went 6 innings against the Angels. Road trip was a really good one. And the defense behind him, you have Ibanez, Ichiro, Ballantine over and right tonight. You have Beltre, Bedcourt, Lopez, Sexton. Kenji getting the start behind the plate. R.A. Dickey is on the mound. Look at the season totals. Very good ERA. A little bit surprising. There are not many walks with knuckleball. You'd think he'd have more walks, but he's done a nice job of throwing strikes so far.
It's been 2 years since the Mariners and the Washington Nationals played. The last time they played was at RFK Stadium in our nation's capital, and it was not a pleasant experience for the Mariners as they were swept in a 3-game series in Washington. We get set, and here comes Christian Guzman to lead it off. Guzman probably has a chance to be the Nationals all-star representative for the National League. He's having a heck of a year. He's number 2 in the league in hits with 90. To Chipper Jones, who's just having an incredible year, the 400 hitter for the Atlanta Braves. And he's hitting .314 overall. The first pitch is a knuckler in and over. We are underway. DJ Rayburn is the man calling balls and strikes. This is the first time we've had a chance to see DJ work. And another knuckler is fouled straight back. Quickly 2 strikes on Christian Guzman. Guzman will be a free agent at the end of the year. 60 degrees at game time. Knuckler, and a ground ball hit right to the man who's being honored with his own bobblehead tonight. Adrian Beltre, he throws him out. So 1 down. And Elijah Dukes, a young man out of the Tampa Bay area. He was with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, spending his first year with the Washington Nationals, and just a tremendous athlete, hitting only .220. And the fastball is up and in. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Recruited as a linebacker out of high school. Knuckler, and a ground ball right to third again. So 2 down. Lastings Millage is the hitter. Interesting name. He was a one-time almost poster boy for the New York Mets as a kid when he came up. Plays the game with great enthusiasm and hitting .248. The skipper of the Washington Nationals is Manny Acta. The bench coach is Pat Corrales. The pitching coach is Randy St. Clair. On the lines for the Nationals, Tim Tolman is at third base, and Jerry Morales is over at first. Two and one on Millage. And toward the hole, and that's a base hit, as Lopez can't get to it. And Dmitri Young, you'll remember him from his Detroit Tiger days, will be the hitter, the first baseman. The Nationals have just been terribly decimated by injuries. Their outstanding third baseman Ryan Zimmerman has a torn labrum, and he's not undergone surgery, and he's hoping that he doesn't have to. Well, Dallas Perez, who is scheduled to pitch tomorrow, is probably going on the DL with tendonitis. And a kid who started Monday, Tyler Clifford, will probably be called back up to pitch. Usually when you're down, you have to stay for 10 days. But in the case of an injury, you can be called back up.
I think when they made that rule, that's exactly the way it should be, because a lot of times in the rosters, they want you to go down because they don't want to mix and match guys depending on the series and what's going on. But I think if you have somebody that goes on the DL, they're obviously going to be out for that same period of time or longer. So it's a good rule.
And almost getting picked off is Millage, who has 10 stolen bases. Nationals lost 2 of 3 to the Pirates. Kenji Jojima is going to know that he's been behind the plate tonight, believe me.
Well, it was a great play. Backhanded play was thrown in the dirt. But it's a tough act, I think, going out there with Dickey. Any knuckleballer for that matter. It's Jamie Burke, the backup catcher. But I don't think it's something they necessarily look forward to when they're driving into the ballpark that day.
Dickey went to the University of Tennessee. And they're runner goes. The knuckleball is low. Throw through to second base is off the glove of Lopez. Betancourt goes to pick it up. Stolen base number 11 for Millage. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
See Millage take off. Kenji ends up getting a throw. It's a knuckleball again. I mean, those are tough pitches to try to throw anybody out, and you have to catch it first. Does a pretty good job, and then he bounces it down. They're trying to be too quick. Lopez can't pick it out of the dirt.
2-2 on Dmitri Young. Comes back with looked like a slider, almost. Guess it was a fastball. Full count, 3-2. And that's a line drive base hit to left field. So Millage is going to come around third, and he's going to score. And Dickey has given up his first run here at Safeco this year. With 2 outs and nobody on, the stolen base comes home to roost. 1-0 Nationals.
Well, it looks like he threw him a 3-2 knuckleball. Take a look at it. Yep, it is. It's just up in the zone. Young hits a nice line drive in the left field.
This is the catcher, Jesus Flores, who's been doing a heck of a job since Paul LaDuca has been on the disabled list, and LaDuca's due to come off any day too. He might have a tough time getting his job back, as well as this young man is hits.
Well, hitting .315 with 3 home runs and some limited duty.
Two strikes on Jesus Flores. Again, a cool evening, 60 degrees. Yesterday, the off day for the Mariners. It turned out to be a beautiful day. And that fastball is lined into center field for a base hit. So 3 consecutive hits with 2 outs by the Nationals. And Ronnie Belliard will be the hitter.
Belliard started the season as a second baseman. Playing third base now, as Dave mentioned. Zimmerman going on the DL.
Bret Boone started the year in spring training with the Nationals and was one of the last men cut. He was sent to AAA to Columbus and then decided to hang him up when they didn't call him up within a reasonable time. His younger brother Aaron is on this ball club. Aaron's got a stiff neck. Millage, Young, and Flores all hits. Belliard takes away 1 and 2. There's Aaron Boone. And a ground ball to third. Cat and mouse game over. Cat wins that one. So the force out, or at least the tag out of Dmitri Young. Nationals get 1. The Mariners coming up.
Hey, this is Dustin Pedroia.
Hey, this is John Maine.
All of my games are live.
Live and on demand.
On MLB.TV.
On MLB.TV.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is James Shields.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
And all my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv. On MLB.tv.
In the stands today,
Let's look at the lineups.
for the Seattle Mariners, you have Ichiro, Lopez, Vidro, Ibanez, Beltre, Sexton, Jojima, Ballantine, and Betancourt hitting ninth. Rico scouting report. Not overpowering at all. Good curveball. It was a shortstop, actually, up in Canada.
From the Toronto area, from a suburb of Toronto, Mississauga, Ontario. 27 years of age. Has had Tommy John surgery. Strike one to Ichiro, and that's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. It's one thing R.A. Dickey will never have to worry about, Tommy John surgery. He doesn't have an ulnar collateral ligament in his arm.
Pretty amazing. He can throw a fastball. Sometimes he can get 87, 88 with his fastball.
That's in and over. And that's line foul down the left field line. Sean Hill is the last native-born Canadian to ever play for the Montreal Expos in his home country. Matter of fact, talk about the changing times. There are only 5 players in uniform for the Nationals that played in Montreal when they were the Expos. Nobody's there. That's got a shot to go or be a triple. And it is going to bang off the wall, and Ichiro will stop at second with a double. Well played out there. So Ichiro, a leadoff double.
This pitch is up in the zone. When he gets it up, it'll flatten out a little bit. You can see it's belt high. Gets it out in the gap. Millage does a nice job of getting it. A strong throw back in. Typically that'd be a triple for Ichiro, but he's held to a double.
Ichiro's hit in all 24 interleague games in which he's played since he came to the big leagues and got involved in interleague play. To an over count on Jose Lopez. Sean Hill, Nick Johnson, who's on the DL, Luis Ayala, Chad Cordero, who's on the DL, and John Rauch, the only 5 Expos left on this Washington Nationals team. And speaking of the Washington Nationals, one of their biggest fans, Tim Russert, unexpectedly passed away today at the NBC News Bureau in Washington. He was the NBC News chief. Great reporter, big Nationals fan, big Buffalo Bills fan from Buffalo. He will be sorely missed. One of the giants in the industry of political reporting. The host, of course, of Meet the Press, dead at the age of 58. Inside, if he hits the ball to shortstop, there's nobody there. Christian Guzman almost standing on the bag at second base.
Yeah, they might have gotten away with it though, because Lopez on that last fastball, he tried to inside out. He's trying to hit it to the right side. So I guess if you're going to make that mistake, this is the time to do it.
Down low. So 2 on with nobody down, and here's Jose Vidro, who has several of the Montreal, Expo, Washington national records. One of the greatest players in Expo's history. 3rd all-time in batting. 5th all-time in total bases. And Vidro takes outside. And slowly hit to second. And they're going to have a play? Yeah, they'll have a play. I thought there was going to be a collision there for a minute with the pitcher and the second baseman. So that works just as well as a sacrifice.
It's just a really nice adjustment by Lopez. You can see the pitcher, he'll fall down. Then he's going to have to do a little flip around him. Nice play. He should have just kept running. Stopping right there caused a problem for Lopez, but he was able to handle it.
So Raul Ibanez with the table set for him here. Runners at second and third. In and over. Two strikes on Raul Ibanez. It's amazing how some clubs are so incredibly good at home. For example, the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago Cubs. With a 29-8 record, the Cubs the best home record in baseball. And they're just another club on the road. Toronto beat them 3-2 tonight, and they're 14-17 on the road. That's down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Boston Red Sox 28-7 at home. 6 games under 500 on the road, 14-20.
About the Atlanta Braves.
Braves a tremendous home record. Terrible road record. Raul fouls it back.
The Braves have only won 7 games on the road this year.
Lost 24. But 25-11 at Turner Field. And that's where the Mariners will begin their next road trip. Make their first ever visit there.
No secrets there. You can see Hill trying to pitch him away. That one fastball in was on an 0-2 pitch, just wasted it inside. He's thrown everything away so far.
And a ground ball to first will get the tying run in. Ichiro scores. Lopez goes to third. Ibanez's 41st RBI. Adrian Beltre was just crushing the ball in batting practice tonight. See if it really means anything. At the knees, and the count of the ball and a strike. And that ball is belted to left field, but again at Willie Harris, the left fielder, and that will retire their side. The Mariners get it back, and as we go to the second, a 1-1 tie.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton.
And all my games are live on MLB.tv.
Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live.
Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Since you guys taught me to drive, I'm gonna teach you to wrestle. This is a body slam. Not bad. These guys are phenomenal.
Start every day with Gillette Fusion Power Phenom. With Gillette's most comfortable shave, you'll feel phenomenal.
No, man!
Gillette.
Taking ball one. Another base hit. So the knuckleball not fooling too many of the Nats. Of course, they're playing in their spanking new stadium, National Stadium. Just opened this year. President of the United States threw out the first pitch in April. And here's Willie Mopena. On one. And toward the hole and through on the right side. So Pena going the other way. That's already 5 hits for the Washington Nationals against Mr. Dickey. We invite you to vote now for the Mariners representatives in the All-Star game. Ichiro, Jose Lopez, certainly worthy. You can vote up to 25 times. Log on to Mariners.com. Cast your ballot. And cast your ballot for Ichiro, certainly Jose Lopez. Mariners.com. Here's Willie Harris from Cairo, Georgia. Strike on the inside corner. That name sounds familiar. It's the birthplace of Jackie Robinson. Population 9,234. Spelled like Cairo, Egypt, but pronounced Caro. He shows the bunt, takes the knuckleball inside, and they count 1 ball and 1 strike. As a matter of fact, it sounds like Caro's syrup. And believe it or not, their high school team is named the Caro Syrup Makers. And their mascot, as the throw goes through to second base, is a syrup pitcher.
Should be pretty interesting. Willie Harris trying to bunt. I would think it would be difficult to bunt a knuckleball.
Willie Harris is also the nephew of Ernest Riles, who just happened to be the final out in Chris Basio's no-hitter at the Kingdome. And he shows the bunt and again takes the bat back, and the count goes to 3-1.
Take a look at the last pitch.
Fouls it. You wonder, I've never seen DJ Rayburn work either on the bases or behind the plate. You wonder how many games he has worked behind the plate with a knuckleballer out there on the mound.
I would think not many at all, if any.
Is it as hard to umpire as it is to catch? And that's down low and inside. He came back with a fastball, and the kettle boiling here in the second inning with the bases loaded and nobody down. Back to the top of the order for Christian Guzman, and Mel Stottlemyre's on his way out to the mound.
Nobody out. Guzman's going to be a tough guy to double up. He runs well. It's an extra step hitting from the left-handed side.
So Stottlemyre's passed along the word. No place to put Mr. Guzman. Appears that the knuckleball is staying up tonight.
Yeah, exactly. All the hits that they're getting off them have been knuckleballs that are up in the zone.
That one is down too low. Felipe Lopez is over at third. Willie Montepena down at second. And Willie Harris over at first base. Popped him up. Infield fly rule. Will it be called? It will be, even though it's a shallow fly ball in right field. So one down. Ground ball gets you out of a jam here. Elijah Dukes runs very, very well, though. He hits the ball as hard as he did the first time to Beltre, and they'll go around the horn and get out of it. And a base hit to right field. He goes into right field, and that'll pick up one run, and the bases will remain loaded. Dukes' 11th RBI.
Instead of pulling it, he hits it the other way.
That's what Lassing's Millage, who's at the plate, did last inning. First of 3 consecutive hits. He hit one by Lopez into right field. And that's a strike on the inside corner.
Looks like the good knuckleballs, when he's throwing them to a right-handed hitter, they're all going down and away from him. But if he throws one that tumbles a little bit, they're staying up in the zone, and they're pretty straight. And the Nationals must be part of their game plan, because if they get something up in the zone, they're all swinging away at it.
Got him. That one right in on his hands. So Dmitri Young will be the hitter. Bowled a base hit to left field in the first inning. Nice stop that time by Kenji Jojima. And Ryan Roland Smith is up in the pen already for the Mariners here in the second inning. Georgia looked like he's catching a butterfly with a net there.
Well, this is when it gets tough for a catcher. You get runners in scoring position. Knuckleball going all over the place.
And a fastball at the knees. Very nice crowd on hand. And another fastball, but a little low. And a strike on the inside corner.
That's three. That's
fastball,
three, yeah, 3 in a row. Interested to see what he decides to do right here. He certainly doesn't want to walk a run in. And knuckleball's his pitch.
Fastball. So 4 straight fastballs. And a knuckleball that time.
See, Young was way out in front. Take a look at it. That almost looked like a changeup.
And a fastball lost him outside. Forces in a run. And it's 3-1.
I don't think R.A. Dickey's happy with DJ's strike zone at all. Got a number of pitches I think thought were strikes.
Jesus Flores is the hitter. Already thrown 50 pitches. Jesus Flores, a fly ball to left field, and that's going to be up against the wall on a hop. So it's going to score 1, it's going to score 2 more, and it's 5-1 Washington. Jesus Flores with a double.
Take a look. It's another one that's up in the zone. You see that one's above his belt. Bounces it off the warning track.
Belliard's the ninth man to come to the plate here in the second inning, and there's another base hit to center field. That's going to pick up two more, maybe one more. The throw to the plate, not in time. Throw to second base, and safe at second base. So the Washington Nationals pouring it on here in the second inning. As Belliard drives in two, goes to second on the throw to the plate, and it's 7-1 Washington. And there goes John McLaren out to the mound to get the knuckleballer R.A. Dickey. A rough night for R.A. Washington 7, Mariners 1. We'll be right back.
This is James Shields.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
And all my games are live
and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv.
Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Even when you can't watch your favorite team, you can know what's happening with MLB.com's mobile team alerts, now including video alerts for your video-enabled phone. You'll get video highlights minutes after they happen, text messages on home runs, lead changes, and more. Everything you need to stay informed throughout the season for just $3.99 per month. Sign up now and pick your favorite team. Text MLB to 65246. For complete details, go to MLB.com/mobile.
In the second inning, as he throws 52 pitches and has to leave. And Ryan Rowland Smith now is going to take over. You want to get real-time video highlights of your favorite team sent straight to your phone? Well, text Mariners alerts to MLB Go on your AT&T wireless phone and sign up for video alerts. And time now for our Nissan shift to the bullpen, which means that the big Aussie is going to take over. This ball game just has started. So the 7-1 score, although it sounds like a runaway, is not yet. I mean, there's a lot of baseball to be played here tonight. Felipe Lopez is the hitter. He's the 10th man to come to the plate here in the second. And he hits a ground ball right to second, and the inning will come to an end. But a big one for Washington as they score 6. And as we go to the bottom half of the second, Nationals 7, the Mariners 1.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morrow.
And all my games are live
And on demand
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is James Shields.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
And all my games are live
and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
on MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. All my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
In the second inning, as Richie Sexson now will lead it off against Sean Hill. And strike one to Richie. Kenji Jojima to follow, and then Vladimir Valentin. Sean Hill looking to win his first game of the year.
Can't complain about the run support, that's for sure. Got some early runs, that 6th spot in the second inning.
Strike 3 called, and Sexson can't believe the strike zone of DJ Rayburn.
Joe Tracer agrees with Richie. That pitch was off the plate.
And Kenji Jojima will be the hitter. That's the first strikeout for Sean Hill.
See how he can have a pretty good sinker at times with the way he throws across his body.
That looked like a changeup right there.
Changeup's his 3rd best pitch. So it's a pretty decent curveball, but it affects the command that he has of his fastball.
.89-mile-an-hour fastball there. Slider outside. And that ball's hit to left field. And it'll drop for a base hit. As Jojima went down and got that baby. 1 on, 1 down for Vladimir Valentin. A great way to honor Dad during Father's Day weekend. Bring him to Safeco Field tomorrow night. These Nationals will be here, and the first 15,000 dads are going to receive a Mariners t-shirt, courtesy of Wahoo. For tickets, visit mariners.com. Valentin has seen that batting average shrink to 192. Two and 1. just run by Ronnie Belliard into left field. So Yuniesky Bencourt will be the hitter. Belliard, normally a second baseman, moved over to third. Pretty sure that Beltre eats that ball alive.
Adrian has a really quick first step. He gets to a lot of balls, especially over in the hole.
Strike. Maybe two. There's one. And two. So they turn it over 6-4-3, and the Mariners are denied here in the second. Couple of hits, one man left, and as we go to the third, still 7-1 Washington.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live
and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Voting is now open for the 2000.
Play on a cool night. Time for our Aflac trivia question. And the question involving the Fall Classic. What is the longest Game 7 in World Series history? 11 innings, 12 innings, 14 innings, 16 innings.
Do you know it? This is one I bet you know.
Well, the Washington Senators back in the 20s, I think, played a 12-inning ball game in Game 7. I'm gonna say 12 innings.
I was thinking it was going to be 12. Just a guess on my part, so I'll go with you.
And a fly ball to center field by Willie Mopena, one down. Willie Harris up for the second time. Walked in the second. Of course, the Washington Senators, originally in the American League, now in the National League. The old saying used to be first in war, first in peace, last in the American League. Can't say that anymore. Maybe last in the National League. Who was the greatest Senator of them all? Yeah. Inside of Willie Harris, so for the second time he's got free transportation. I would probably say the big train, Walter Johnson. Christian Guzman, the hitter, and the Marines salute him, our U.S. Marine Corps leaders of the game. 27 multi-hit games, 4th in the National League in doubles. One and 0, as I mentioned, going to be a free agent at the end of the year.
Didn't Ted Williams manage?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He sure did. He managed the Senators, and when they moved to Texas for 1 year, he was a manager of the Texas Rangers, and another routine fly ball to Ichiro. Still to this day, of all hundreds, maybe thousands of interviews I've done, the most interesting man I've ever talked to about baseball in my life. That man, Ted Williams.
How easy was the interview? Was he pretty forthcoming?
All you have to do, all you had to do was mention the word hitting and lay the mic down. Inside. Ted Williams hated pitchers, even his own, when he managed. But boy, did he love to hit, and he loved to talk about hitting. And the runner goes. The pitch is inside and no throw. So Willie Harris with his 3rd stolen base. 2nd stolen base in the ball game for the Nationals.
Do you remember what year it was they moved to Texas? What would you guess?
74.
Okay.
72. And that's an easy fly ball to right. Valentine, an easy catch of it, and here in the 3rd, nothing doing for the Nationals. But as we go to the bottom of the 3rd, they lead it 7-1.
Voting is now open for the 2008 All-Star Game at Yankee Stadium. Use the ballot on MLB.com to watch video, compare stats, and vote up to 25 times.
Welcome to the new and improved MLB.com. Experience the game like never before with MLB.com's Game Day. Real-time pitch types and in-game video highlights moments after they happen. Have those same highlights sent straight to your video-enabled phone with MLB.com's mobile team alert. And if you can't get to the game, watch every out-of-market game this season live with high-quality streaming video exclusively on MLB.tv. Only on MLB.com, where baseball is always on.
Hey, this is Dustin Pedroia.
Hey, this is John Maine.
All of my games are live.
Live and on demand on MLB.tv. On MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Stay on top of all the NBA playoff.
Of inning number 3, and the Mariners trying to get something started against 27-year-old right-hander Sean Hill. And Ichiro, who had the double off the base of the wall in center field in the 1st inning, has the count go to 1 ball and 1 strike on him as he fouls that pitch back. Ichiro, Jose Lopez, and then Jose Vidro. on the inside corner. And Ichiro not too happy with that call.
Got a report on Hill is that he has a really good breaking ball, but he's struggled to try to throw it anywhere near the strike zone so far tonight. He's basically having to rely on his two-seamer.
And Ichiro's got himself another hit. Waited on that ball well. Time to give you our Aflac trivia question answer. Aflac! There was the question. What's the longest game 7 in World Series history? 11, 12, or 16, 12 innings. We were correct. The Senators beat the New York Giants in game 7 in 12 innings in 1924. Those were John McGraw's New York Giants for their only world title.
I'm just happy that we had it right again. Keep our perfect record alive.
Yeah. 1-1 on Jose Lopez. I don't think we're even batting 500, Mike.
No. That may be true. I think I've only helped you with 2 of them so far this year.
And that's off the hands, dropping in a hurry, and it'll drop for a base hit. Well, the Mariners had the table set again as they did in the first inning when they had runners at first and second, nobody out, and came away with only 1 run. Let's see if they can't do better now with Jose Vidro at the plate. Vidro, over a 300 hitter lifetime, is hitting only .222 this year. And he takes a strike. Very nice crowd. Probably close to 35,000. Maybe a few more than that here tonight.
Exactly the same situation Vidro was in the first inning. Hill's pitching him the same way, 2 seamers away, trying to get him to roll over, which he was able to do his first time up in a slow grounder to second base.
And that's looped into left field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So here's Ichiro steaming around third. He's going to score. We got a 7-2 ball game. And the Mariners still have runners at first and second with nobody out.
Take a look at the swing. It's a pitch. It's away again. He hits it right off the end of the bat and shatters his bat, but he ends up with a base hit. He'll make that trade every day. So Hill so far is sharp ground ball to Ichiro, and then a flare jam job by Lopez, and that one right there.
So here's Raul, who drove in the first run in the first inning with the ground ball to second. And the breaking ball at the knees. Hill's throwing a lot of pitches too. Inside and low. Hill has had his share of labrum problems, Tommy John surgery. That's going to be back into the stands down the third baseline. 2-2. You can see the scars on his arm there. The scar. And a fly ball popped up into shallow left center field. And that's going to drop for a base hit. And even though Millage overruns it, Lenny Harris is there to pick it up. So they're bleeding him to death, flaring him to death. And that's just a little pop up into shallow center field. And Millage did a pretty good deke out there. He knew he wasn't going to get to it. But still some pretty good base running. And the Mariners now a golden opportunity with the bases loaded, a run in and nobody out.
D. Lopez taking a look at it. You can tell that's going to drop in. Down 7-2. You need to make sure, and he certainly did that.
Beltre hit the ball to deep left field. Fastball for a strike. You like offense. I think that's what we're going to have a lot of tonight. Already at 15 hits and 9 runs in 2+ innings.
The Nationals are 14th in the National League in ERA. So their pitching has definitely had its own issues this year.
And that's a strike. Lee Ely, the Mariners' new hitting instructor, back on the job again here in Seattle. And that's a line drive base hit into left field. So Lopez is going to score. Vidro will take his place at third base. And it's 7-3. And the Mariners keep hammering away 5 consecutive hits. And Richie Sexton will be the hitter, representing the tying run at the plate.
This was a hanging breaking ball. Adrian hits it hard in the hole. Station baseball.
Randy St. Clair, the pitching coach. The Nationals out there. High pop up down the right field line and into the stands. Of course, Frank Howard was a famous Washington Senator when he played for them. He was known as the Washington Monument. Old Hondo. And that's down low. So they count 1 ball and 1 strike. Harmon Killebrew, before the Senators moved to Minnesota, was a great starter. Pedro Ramos, Camilo Pascual, a great curveball. Chuck Cottier used to play for the Washington Senators, former Mariners manager. Jesus Colome getting up and throwing in the pen. I remember him from the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Nobody out here in the third, 2 in, and 66 pitches expended by Sean Hill. Down low. 2-2. You got to bring the ball up to get a strike called by Raven. Outside corner, strike 3 called, and Richie can't believe that call.
He's been really inconsistent with his strike zone. Richie's last at bat, or first at bat, the pitch was off the plate. We saw it on Joe's tracer, and he's not happy with that call right there either. You can see why. That's well off the plate away. It'll frustrate you as a hitter. You're up there trying to do your job. Take a look at this pitch. You can see it's clearly outside.
Kenji Jojima is the hitter now. On 1. At the 70 mark and pitches. It's unbelievable.
Well, he had a lead 7-1, and probably feel like he's going to get a win. He can struggle to get through 5 at this pace.
Double play ball. And there it is. 4-6-3, and the Mariners settle for only the 2 runs. And at the end of 3, 7-3 Washington.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Voting is now open for the 2008 All-Star Game at Yankee Stadium. Use the ballot on MLB.com to watch video, compare stats, and vote up to 25 times.
Hey, this is Dustin Pedroia.
Hey, this is John Maine.
All of my games are live
Live and on demand
On MLB.tv.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Dave Sims joining him with Mike Blowers. Tough last inning. Richie Sexton gets punched out on a pitch that was easily disputed. And then Kenji Jojima hits into a double play. Tough
I'll
going
take it one better. It was clearly a ball.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question about it. And you hate to see that because the guys are sitting there putting hits together. They have something going on, and Richie's up there battling in that bat, and then all of a sudden you get a call like that, and then the double play, and he's out of the inning. It can be frustrating.
Hit up the middle. Here's Lopez throwing out Millage for the first out. When he flinched the way he did, that to me was the biggest giveaway. I mean, because when you see a major leaguer flinch, and plus that call was a little bit delayed. It's like, what
the biggest thing is a lot of times it's not just the flinch, it's the fact you can watch them when they take the pitch. They'll kind of stand there for a second if they're not sure, but if they clearly feel like it's a ball, they'll just casually step back out of the box, which is what Richie did.
Sure.
It's just a bad call. He missed one right there in a bad time for the Mariners because they were making a run at this thing.
Dmitri Young popped out of play. Talked to Dmitri on the pregame show and radio, and he and Aaron Boone doing their best to keep this young ball club together. They've had so many injuries during the course of this season. A guy that's been around, had a nice career. Swing and a miss as he goes down for the second out here. Hey, once again this year, the Mariners and BECU are teaming up to make families first at Safeco Field with BECU half-price family nights. Join us Monday night. Mariners take on the Marlins. You reserve tickets, just $10 for tickets. Visit mariners.com. Disappointing night for R.A. Dickey after he had performed so well in his last few outings as a reliever. Just didn't have it tonight. Got lit up in an inning of 2/3 inning, 8 hits, 7 runs all earned. Jesus Flores, the catcher. A couple of runs knocked in, 2 for 2. He's now hit it safely in 12 of his last 13 games. And high in the air, left side, Raul Ibanez towards the line. Makes the catch, fair territory. Good inning for R.A. Dickey as the Nationals are retired in order. Valentin, Betancourt, Ichiro due up.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Mortal.
And all my games are live
And on demand.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is James Shields.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
And all my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
On MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Since you guys taught me to drive, I'm going to teach you to wrestle. This is a body slam. Not bad. These guys are phenomenal.
Start every day with Gillette Fusion Power Phenom. With Gillette's most comfortable shave, you'll feel phenomenal.
No, man!
Gillette Fusion Power Phenom, the only razor used by the Gillette Young Guns.
For even more comfort, use Gillette Fusion Hydrogel. Comfortable?
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand.
Beltray bobblehead promotion, FSN. And the Mariners awarded a grand prize to one lucky fan. Congratulations to Bart Rip. He's tonight's grand prize winner from our Mariners Live and FSN Insider contest. And he won great seats in the commissioner's box. And earlier tonight was delivered his own signed Beltray bobblehead to take home. 8-9-1 in the order here in the 4th inning for the Mariners, trailing 7-3. Conclusion of that last half inning was a good inning for Ryan Rowland-Smith. R.A. Dickey already in the clubhouse after a short stint. Young Sean Hill in his 10th start, 6th on the road, first time facing the Mariners. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Valentin got a base hit to left, 2nd inning, and he raced on an ending double play. And he goes down swinging. 3rd strikeout for Sean Hill. 1 out here in the 4th. There's R.A. Tough go tonight. Well, they just singled him crazy. And we got a big 2-run double. Flores. And then another 2-run single by Belliard. That got him out of the game. Big sixth inning as the Nationals sent 10 men to the plate. Betancourt chases a pitch down and away, 1-1. Mariners 2-1 in interleague play. Took 2 out of 3 from San Diego mid-May. Base hit up the middle for Ewing. Time now for a banner bank building to the future. How about the Mariners draft picks in the College World Series? It starts tomorrow. Josh Fields, the Georgia pitcher. Dennis Raven, the Miami outfielder, is just really stroking the ball quite well. Randy Molina, the Stanford DH first baseman. And Georgia plays Miami. First round action coming up tomorrow. Ichiro's had a fine night. 2 for 2, couple of runs scored. Double to the right center field gap, single to right. On 1 to Ichiro. Jose Vitro, formerly of this franchise. Eddie Rodriguez, first base coach for the Mariners, 3 years with this franchise, 2 in Montreal, 1 in Washington, working with Frank Robinson. And Eddie said he learned so much from the Hall of Famer. Frank really took him under his wing. There's the ball served into left field, and making a nice catch. Coming on is Willie Harris. Good closing speed to make that catch. 2 down.
Well, he actually misjudged it a little bit. I don't know if this ball got up where he couldn't see it, but he kind of hung back on it a little bit. Able to come in and make the catch.
It's Jose Lopez, a walk and a base hit, run scored. Eddie Rodriguez said one of the things he learned from Frank Robinson was Eddie was just starting out on the staff, and he would make some suggestions per Frank instructions. Hey, tell me whatever you see. And said Frank would never acknowledge it. And then after he said, out of respect, I wouldn't say anything. About the 4th or 5th time it happened, I said, Frank, don't you hear what I'm saying? He said, listen, if I look at you, I can't watch the next pitch. And he said Frank could tell, you know, the way a pitcher would come to a stretch, if he stopped on a stretch at his chin, at his chest. If there was any kind of variances, Frank was picking up every little thing, any kind of nuance that he possibly could. That's how zoned in he was into the game. Frank now working for the commissioner's office, living on the West Coast, reports back into to New York a couple times a month. Great Hall of Famer with the Cincinnati Reds and the Baltimore Orioles.
That's a special ability to be able to do that.
Yeah,
I've known guys, I've played with some guys that were really good at it, pick those things up.
He said it was scary how good he was.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just the smallest thing they can pick up. It's real simple, like you talk about. You know, a guy comes, set at his chest, and the next time he's got it up around his chin. Those things are pretty obvious, but some of them just a little glove tilt, and you know, their breathing patterns.
Well, how about a flex? Sometimes I said that I heard that there's a couple of guys that we're familiar with. They wear sleeves because you can see the flex when they're gripping. There's a base hit to right as Uni gets out of the way. So 1st and 2nd. 2 outs. Good day for Lopez. 2 for 2 with a walk and a run scored.
Big hole open over on the right side. So he takes a shot at it, gets base hit into right field.
But you're right. That's a heck of a talent to be that observant, and you know, you really have to zone in, concentrate, and watch every little flick, and you're just cataloging everything.
The hard thing with it is once you pick it up, especially if it's a minor thing and it's something they do late, is to be able to stay in the batter's box, see that, and then make your adjustments real quick to that pitch. I could never do that. That's just too hard. But some guys are really good at it.
You guys, anybody come to mind in that category? Because that is a special talent to see it and react to it and adjust. Here's a drive to right field. Going back, Dukes taking a look right in front of the track, and he makes the catch. Pick up where we left off when we come back. A couple left on by the Mariners. Nats in charge, 7-3.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Voting is now open for the 2008
early explosion by the Nationals. Let me tell you this, a new episode of Mariners All Access comes your way this Sunday on FSN. We're going to talk to new Mariners hitting coach Lee Elia, plus Ken Griffey Jr. recently passed the 600 home run plateau, and we look back at some of the most memorable moments for him as a Mariner. Mariners All Access Sunday at noon on FSN. Ryan Roland Smith continuing on. Ronnie Belliard, Felipe Lopez, Willie Pena here in the fifth inning. How about this score? Philadelphia 20, St. Louis 2 in the ninth inning. Ryan Howard's got a couple home runs, you bet. Pat Burrell's got one. Chase Utley's got one. So all their usual power guys have checked in with long balls.
How many does Utley have now? 22, 23?
Easily.
Like that?
22 home runs for the second baseman for the Phillies, Chase Utley. Second baseman. Here's Ronnie Belliard, and he made most of his reputation as a second baseman. He was in, got out, and then was going to get back in when he saw Ryan Roland Smith getting ready to deliver.
Well, he asked for timeout and he didn't get it. That's why he jumped back in.
2-2. Belliard's played more than 1,000 games at second base. That third base with outstanding young player Ryan Zimmerman on the DL for Washington. Austin Kearns, Nick Johnson, Paul Loduca, who's supposed to come off Monday in Minnesota, and reliever Chad Cordero. The 5 pretty significant performers from this Washington ball club unavailable. Ryan Roland Smith came on to get the second, make that the third out in the second inning. It's an inning the Nationals sent 10 hitters to the plate. 6 runs on 5 hits, and they left a run. We're in the 5th inning. Mariners had 10 hits, only 3 runs to show for it. They've out-hit the Nationals 10-8. Belliard's recently back from a stint on the DL and a calf strain. With Felipe Lopez in the background. 3-2. Walk issued by Roland Smith. That is the second issued by Smith. Take a look at the Firestone leaderboard. And how about the all-time wins in interleague play? Right now, Yankees a game behind the Angels. The Mariners at 109 in third. A's up top at 114. Beg your pardon, A's, not Angels. Felipe Lopez, base hit and run scored. On a ground out, 1 for 2. Quickly 0-2. Nationals have a new ballpark. Throwing pretty well. Usually get a nice bump with the brand new ballpark. Right now they're not carrying through with play on the field. 26 and 42, last place in the AL East. NL East, and as they battle some good clubs over there too. Phillies, Marlins. And that's a little disappointing. Atlanta, good team at home. Popped up, playable. Kendry gets rid of the mask, makes the play. Tough break for Chipper Jones. Getting 4:14 coming into tonight's action, and batting practice tonight fouled one off the tubing. The batting cage at ricochet and hit him in the left eye and knocked him out of tonight's game. Chipper having a fabulous year. Here's Willie Mo Pena, 1 for 2. It's got some raw power. Breaking ball for strike. Willie Mo had a couple of good years, 04 and 05 at Cincinnati for the Reds. He had 45 home runs in those 2 years. 26 in 04, 19 in 05. He's not been as productive since then. He had 11 with Boston in 06. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Change pace by Ryan Rowland-Smith to go ahead 0-2. Here's the 0-2 to Pena. Away from him. Third inning of work. Ryan Rowland-Smith and trying to get out of it right here with a runner on and 1 out. Beltre, heck of a pick. He'll get the 1 out and throw across. Pena sped up the last 4 or 5 steps to beat that one out. Nice play by Beltre off that bullet off the broken bat.
Talking about Beltre's range, it's pretty good. Quick first step, and this one comes up a little bit. It's the lead out. Pena runs well. It's been a tough one to double him up. Even if Adrian was able to just get rid of it quickly, it'd been tough.
Here's Willie Harris. Walked twice, scored once, and has a stolen base. Two outs, runner on first. Mariners down 7-3. They were down 7-1 after an inning and a half. Clubs left 5 men on, about 2 men on the last 2 innings in the third and the fourth respectively. Had the third inning end in a double play. 2 more on in the fourth. Pretty good quick worker, Ryan Rowland-Smith. Lopez will record the final out, and that'll do it for the Nationals. Nothing across. Still some time here for the Mariners to get going here, trailing 7-3. Good crowd on a Friday night.
Voting is now open for the 2008 All-Star Game at Yankee Stadium. Use the ballot on MLB.com to watch video, compare stats, and vote up to 25 times.
Hey, this is Dustin Pedroia.
Hey, this is John Main. All of my games are live.
Live and on demand
On MLB.tv.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Mortal.
And all my games are live
Live and on demand
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Against the Nationals, interleague play. Round 2 underway. Here's Raul Ibanez looking at a strike. Raul's got an RBI ground out and a base hit to center. RBI number 41. Two balls and a strike to Raul. What a great game he had. A great ending of the game he had Wednesday. Got the big game-winning base hit and then a game-ending catch. On a drive to the opposite field, and that's booted by Belliard. Mariners will take it. Belliard's 4th error of the season. Latest Ichiro fashion cap is going to be given away at Safeco Field to all kids this Sunday. Mariners hosting the Nationals, courtesy of C's Candies. Get your ticket today for one of the most popular kids giveaway of the year. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. If the Mariners can capitalize, here's Beltre. He has hit the ball really hard the last 2 times up. Screamer to left, a line drive caught by Harris. Then a bullet through the hole. Later, later he raced in a double play to end that 3rd inning, but he picked up an RBI in that 3rd.
Mariners have had men in scoring position every inning so far, so they put the pressure on Hill.
So well strokes slicing away from Millage. Long run. He is not going to get it. One hop over the fence. Ground rule double. So Raul has to go back. But 3rd time now Beltre on Adrian Beltre bobblehead night. 3rd time he has smoked one. And that is a good sign for a guy that batting average starting tonight was at .222. So 2nd and 3rd now for the Mariners. Richie Sexton struck out looking twice. Up the middle line drive. Trouble. No. 3rd baseman couldn't get there in time. So 1 out on the comeback line drive. Off the bat of Sexton. Now Kenji Jojima. Kenji singled and bounced into an inning-ending double play. First 2 on for the Mariners. Base hit and close the gap. On the ground foul. Kenji with a tough Wednesday where he had bunt in order, couldn't get it down, popped it up, and Jeremy Reed get picked off at 2nd, double off at 2nd. Sanchez getting ready. Brian Sanchez.
Any ground ball pretty much scored. Anything but a ground ball back to the pitcher should score a run.
Sean Green ready for yet another appearance. One of the great Ironmen in baseball this year. Two balls and a strike. Past Kenji in the clubhouse today, and he and John McLaren were going by, and he said something in Japanese, and his interpreter said, "Tell Mac I'm going to take some extra bunting in the cage today." Popped up. Dmitri Young taking a look. He'll run out of room. A double by Beltre, by the way, was his 10th of the year. An error on the third baseman Belliard. Beltre followed with a ground rule double. Bouncing over the fence in right center field. Sexton a easy line drive back to the catcher. Now Kenji's 2-2. That's driven to right field. Right fielder Dukes can't get it. It's over his glove. Beltre rounding third. Raul scores. Here comes Beltre. The throw to the plate is going to be not in time. So the gap is indeed closed to 2 runs now. 7-5 Washington. As Dukes didn't take a real good line on that one. Made a leaping attempt and couldn't come up with it. And they're going to call it a base hit. 2-base hit. And Kenji drives in 2 runs. That runs his RBI total to 16. This ball really slices off his bat.
It's hit right at Dukes. Gets a late break back on it. It goes right off the top of his glove as he jumps up. You know, the Nationals came into the game today 4th in the National League in fielding. It's been one of their strong suits with all the other struggles that they've had, but a couple of mistakes here in this inning. The Mariners right back in the ball game.
And the Mariners will gladly take it. Pitch count for Sean Hill. 1-0-1 to this point. 2 RBI night for Kenji Jojima. Banez is driven on a run. Vidro and Beltre. And Adrian got to feel real good because he has really hit the ball hard 3 times. The power of bobblehead night. 35,941 on hand. The ultimate Adrian Beltre bobblehead. One to Ballantine. He's got a base hit to left and a strikeout. Sean Hill 0-2 in a row. This one Belliard gloves, throws across and he gets the out. Runner holds. 2 outs in the 5th. RBI opportunity for Yuniesky Betancourt. 1 for 2, hit into a double play, got a single. Uni with a huge RBI triple, tying the score Wednesday up in Toronto. Inside, ball 1. Sean Hill 0-2 on the road. His ERA 6.66. To Uni. Gets to the outside corner. Ball and a strike. Kenji Jojima at second base. Betancourt, the 6th hitter here in the inning. Check the swing. 2-1. Uni can keep it going. Hot hitting Ichiro would be next. Ichiro 2 for 3 on the night. Two and 1 to Uni. 3-1. Here's Ichiro. Sean Hill was working at a pretty brisk pace early on in the game. Slowed down a little bit here. Here's a 3-1. Popped out play. Hill, a young man from just outside Toronto in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Winless on the season. Lost his last 2 decisions. The Giants and at Arizona. Belliard scoops this one and retires Betancourt. That'll do it, but the Mariners do pick up a couple of runs. Kenji Jojima comes up big, and the gap has been narrowed to 2. 7-5 for Washington.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Voting is now open for the 2008 All-Star Game at Yankee Stadium. Use the ballot on MLB.com to watch video, compare stats, and vote up to 25 times.
Stay on top of all the NBA playoff action with Yahoo Sports. Watch thrilling up-to-the-minute highlights. Go behind the scenes.
You have a chance to put a team away in a game, you got to do it, especially in the playoffs.
And get expert analysis.
This is a huge series right here because these are two teams that if they get by each other have a legitimate shot to win it all.
This spring, don't miss your shot to stay up to date with daily coverage of the NBA playoffs on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Dustin Pedroia.
Hey, this is John Main. All of my games are live
and on demand
on MLB.tv.
Kenji Jojima, 2-2 pitch, slices one to right field, and going back to get it, Dukes, and just off the tip of his glove. Mariners will take it. A double for Kenji. 2-run score. And that's our Coors Light freeze can. New pitcher Sean Green. Ryan Roland Smith turned in 3 1/3 innings of hitless, scoreless ball. Game number 33 for Greening. Very effective with his sinker ball. And he's going to be facing a hot hitter, Christian Guzman. Christian 0 for 3 tonight, but his last 6 games hitting at a .380 clip. Green at Beltre's in at third. Guzman holds a distinction in breaking Rod Caruth's Minnesota Twins single season record for triples back in 2000. Not bad when you can put your name same sentence with Mr. Caruth, the Hall of Famer. Guzman with the Twins. Came over from the Yankee organization with the Twins from '99 through '04. Started out with the Yankee organization. He came over in the Chuck Knobloch deal in '99. Nationals have been held off the board since the second inning. Down low. Ryan Roland Smith, fine effort out of the bullpen, relieving R.A. Dickey, who got rocked in an inning and 2/3 work. 8 hits, 7 runs all earned, 2 walks and a strikeout.
Ryan did a great job tonight. Had to keep the score right where it was at, save his club with plenty of time to get back into it. And right now they are just 2 runs down. So Green get a couple innings out of him doing the same thing.
3-2. Back up the middle. Lopez, tough play, not going to get him. Infield hit for Guzman, leading off the 6th inning for Washington. Wednesday night, June 18th, is the next MasterCard Grand Slam Family Pack night. Mariners will host the Florida Marlins. Pick up 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 Pepsi drinks for just $55. Tickets are available right now at Mariners.com. Well, the Nationals have turned 2 double plays tonight. See if the Mariners can get one right here. Swing and a miss by Elijah Dukes. Dukes 1 for 3. Another guy that was hot coming into tonight's game. His previous 18 games, driven in 9 RBIs and hitting 18 for his last 59. Good movement on that pitch by Green. 0-2.
Nationals have a number of guys that are injured, but the ones that they have in their lineup today especially, got a bunch of guys that can run. Talking about double plays. A lot of guys that can run. You better not bobble it at all, or you're going to beat it out.
With 3 pitches, Dukes is gone. First strikeout tonight for Sean Green.
It's a good 2-seamer. You can see the movement on it. Just has the bottom fall out of it. Elijah Dukes, he swung right over the top of all 3 of them.
His last thing's Millage. This kid got out of favor with the Met organization rather quickly. Heralded top prospect. Up and down with the ball club, and he gets one by Beltre, first and second here. 1 out in the 6th for the Nationals.
Just another sinker. Hits it on the ground. Hits it hard though in the hole.
Now here's Dmitri Young.
See Kenji go out to the mound, probably just making sure they're on the same page with the signs. Runner at second base now.
Dmitri, a big man, about 3 bills. And he can swing the bat. Career .292 hitter. Battling diabetes. Got an RBI single. Walked in a run scored and struck out on a 0-2 pitch in the 4th. That walk was a bases loaded walk, so that gives him 2 RBIs on the night. Here's the 1-0. Inning started with Guzman getting an infield hit. Duke strikes out. Millage base hit to left. Young's been with St. Louis, Cincinnati, Detroit, and now Washington. Greeny on the board with a strike, 2-1.
Looking at the final so far in interleague play, American League's ahead 7-3.
That stopped Texas 7-1. Philly beat St. Louis 20-2. Woo. Foul ball. And White Sox beat Colorado. Atlanta beat the Dodgers. That's obviously in NL play. Yankees beat Houston in Houston 2-1. Minnesota takes out Milwaukee. Oakland leading the Giants. And in that great traditional matchup, the Tigers lead the Dodgers 5-0. That was that other score I reported was the Atlanta Braves and the Angels. That's the Braves and the Angels at Anaheim. And what's the other? Toronto 3-2 takes out the Cubs.
Braves with an opportunity to get their 8th road win of the year.
How about that? 8th road win. Mariners can relate. Mariners just ahead of those Braves in road victories. Mariners with 10. And Atlanta, the last team in double figure to get to, will be the last one to get the double figure road victories. It's a heck of a battle here. 3-2 to Dmitri Young. Ichiro plays about a step towards right for Young. Strike 3 call. 2 down. Not a movement on that pitch by Sean Green. His second strikeout. 2 outs here in the 6th with a couple on. Gonna bring up Jesus Flores, the catcher. 2 for 3, 2 runs batted in and a run scored. Our heartfelt sympathies go out to the family of Tim Russert. Great journalist, broadcaster with NBC. Met Tim once, good guy, great guy, and terrific broadcaster with NBC. And then on a personal note, Charlie Jones, great sportscaster living in San Diego. He passed away today. Charlie's 77 years old. I had the pleasure of working with him at the Olympics in 1988. There's Russ. Tom Brokaw gave an emotional, very touching eulogy on the air today, breaking that news. Charlie Jones, one of the great sportscasters, broken in so many analysts over the years. I mean, he's like the godfather of that particular portion of our business. Covered the AFL, the NFL, did golf, track and field. I worked with him on track and field in the '88 Olympics. Good man. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jesus Flores. 2 outs, 2 on. So Deuce is wild right here, and a 2-run lead for the Nationals. Swing and a miss. Inning over. Nicely done by Sean Green. Gets out of a mini jam, striking out the side here. And the Mariners can go to work now on offense, trailing by 2.
This is James Shields.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
And all my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv. On MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Curtis Grant.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear. For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv.
Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Queen Casino inviting you to get your groove on with the Commodores tomorrow night. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Pioneer Square, not a lot happening right now. Time now for some rally fries here. 7-5 Nationals, home 6th. And these folks came really well prepared.
Well, they've been rallying pretty good already, getting back in this ball game, 7-5. I like the growly fries.
So they're sitting behind the Mariners dugout, first base side, up near the concourse, and they came ready to work. There you have it. Good pitcher is Saul Rivera. Sean Hill completed his work for the night. '35th game for Rivera. He'll face the top of the order. Rivera did a nice job yesterday. Stranded 3 inherited runners. Pitches well at Nationals Park in D.C., the brand new stadium there. Here's Ichiro to lead it off. The line complete on Hill. 5 innings of 12 hit ball, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Ichiro looks the ball. 3-0. On deck is Jose Lopez, a 2-hit night and a run scored. 3-1. Ichiro, should he draw a walk, he's 28 of 30. Turn him loose. Flores is just 2 for 24. Throwing out base runners. Swung at a low pitch, and Rivera, pitcher, makes a nice play. 1 out here in the 6th. And bring up Jose Lopez. Pretty good athleticism here by Rivera.
Well,
nice
he got
play.
off the mound quickly, didn't he? I think he probably knew when that ball was hit. If it got by him, that was a base hit.
Rivera out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Ball 1. Rivera last year 4-6 for the Nationals in 85 games. Picked up 3 saves. Lopez having a good night, 2 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. So 2-0 to Jose. Tough go for the Mariners. J.J. Putz on the DL for the 2nd time this season. Roy Corcoran called up. Ceaston Morrow at the back end of the bullpen. Sammy Perlazo making the play. There's Roy Corcoran in his 2nd stint with the ball club. Had some good moments. There's Lee Elliott. First home game. Full-time hitting coach in his 2nd stint with the ball club. 2-2 to Lopez. He did not like that call.
Well, there's been a number of guys on both sides really that have argued about some calls. You can see that one again off the plate away. With DJ Rayburn, he's had a number of guys barking at him.
3-2 to Lopez. One down here in the 6th. Popped up below us. On deck hitters Jose Vidro. Mariners back from a 3-3 road trip. Good to be back home in Seattle. 3-2 to Lopez. Also fouled out of play. Mariners trying to grind their way back into this ball game. You hear about T-Dub today? Mr. Woods put a 30 up on the back 9.
What did he shoot?
68. Back 1 of Appleby last I checked. U.S. Open round 2. Lopez fielded by Lopez. So they've now thrown each other out. 2 outs here in the 6th. Mariners and Pat Carr and Page Ahead are joining forces on Wednesday, June 18th, to help promote Reading Through the Mariners Care Book Drive. Bring a new book to the ballpark this Wednesday night. Mariners take on the Marlins and help kids in need. Give them the chance to read. Long at bat by Lopez results in a ground out. 2 outs now. Here's Jose Vidra. Vidra, an all-star performer with this franchise when it was in Montreal. What a one. There's the numbers on Vidra. Jose coming off a 4 for 20 road trip. Bounding ball up the middle. Here's Felipe Lopez and a 1-2-3 6th. Mariners are gone. They trail 7-2 sunset.
Hey, this is Dustin Pedroia.
Hey, this is John Main. All of my games are live.
Live and on demand
On MLB.TV.
on MLB.TV.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Since you guys taught me to drive, I'm going to teach you to wrestle. This is a body slam. Not bad. These guys are phenomenal.
Start every day with Gillette Fusion Power Phenom. With Gillette's most comfortable shave, you'll feel phenomenal. Gillette Fusion Power Phenom, the only razor used by the Gillette Young Guns.
For even more comfort, use Gillette Fusion Hydrogel. Comfortable?
Hey, this is BJ Ryan.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
Live and on demand.
on MLB.TV.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is James Shields.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
And all my games are live.
Live and on demand
On MLB.TV. MLB.
Look at tomorrow's pitching matchup. Tyler Clippard in his second stint with the ball club. Made a start earlier in the year, was sent back, so he's back up now. And he'll face Eric Bedard tomorrow in this pitching matchup brought to you by Comcast. Comcast high-speed internet brings you Power Boost featuring burst up to 16 megs, just what you need for today's internet. For details, call 1-800-COMCAST. Sean Green, second inning of work, will face Ronnie Belliard, Felipe Lopez, and William Opeña. It's a huge loss for this Washington ball club not having Ryan Zimmerman, our outstanding young third baseman. Ooh, personnel all over the place. 1-2 to Belliard. Nationals began the season 3-0. Got the 3-3. Haven't seen 500 since. Closest they got was 14-18. Coming tonight 26-42. Manny Active, a skipper for the ball club. Check the swing. 3-2 to Belliard. 1 for 2. Couple runs driven in with a single to center in the second inning. The second inning in a row, the leadoff man has reached against Sean Green. Infield hit, strikeout, base hit to left, and then 2 strikeouts in that 6th inning. Green, the third pitcher tonight for the Mariners. Here's Lopez, second baseman. And on the ground, Richie Sexton, nice grab, throw to Uni for 1. Back to the pitcher covering. No, sir.
Nice pick. Nice pick by Sean Green over at first. Richie had one play. Take a look at it. It's going to take Richie. See him come off the bag. It's going to take him towards second. So that's the easy part of it. Makes a nice play. Look at Sean Green with the pick. Lopez would have been safe. I think even with a strong throw.
1 out, runner on. Mark Lowe getting ready. If he comes in, he'd be the 4th pitcher of the evening. Whoa, that got by Kenji, and taking second easily is Lopez. Wild pitch by Sean Green. Green's first wild pitch of the season. And now runner in scoring position for Willie Mopena. Fouled off, and that got Kenji. Took a chunk out of him. Just joining us, Washington put a run on the board in the first. Mariners matched it, but then the second inning, a little bit different. They sent 10 men to the plate, 6 runs on 5 hits, and they left the bases loaded. R.A. Dickey started for the Mariners, won an inning and 2/3, 8 hits, 7 runs all earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Ryan Rowland-Smith did a superb job in 3 1/3 inning, scoreless and hitless relief, and now here's Sean Green. His backhand by Kenji Jojima. Mariner RBIs tonight. Ibanez in the first, Vidro and Beltre in the third. 2-run double by Jojima in the 5th. Mariners need some kind of spark going here. I'm sure both teams look at each other across the way and say, hey, we can beat these guys. 2 worst records in baseball. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Green will want to be careful with Willie Mopena. Big breaking ball, strikes him out. 4th strikeout for Green. 2 outs here in the 7th. Green has really established himself as a very solid long man, set up and for the big boys at the back end of your bullpen. 9-hole hitting left fielder Willie Harris. A couple of walks, a run scored, and a ground out tonight. And a stolen base. Want to know to Willie. Everybody knows what Sean Green's going to throw up there, and he's been on a pretty good roll of late. That sinker ball, and got that big bender in there as well. It's 1-1 to Willie Harris. Hit the other way. Beltre is all over it and throws out Harris. So another effective job done by Sean Green. However, time running short here. Home 7th coming up. 2-run deficit for the Mariners.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is BJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
You and your family are getting enough calcium in your diets. Raul Abanya is going to lead off the home seventh here at Safeco, back for a 6-game series before the Mariners get back out on the road. 6-game homestand, 3 with the Nationals, 3 with the Marlins, and it's off to Atlanta. New York face the Mets and the San Diego Padres. Abanez, Beltre, and Sexton, middle of the order. Second inning of work by Saul Rivera. Went 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. Raul led off the 5th inning on an error by the third baseman Belliard and came around and scored. Scored on the ground rule double by Kenji Jojima. Two-run deficit. There's a 2-1 to Raul. Fielded nicely by the first baseman Dmitri Young. One out here in the 7th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers with you as we are in the 7th inning. Mariners have trailed since the 2nd inning. And the Nationals put up a big 6. Beltre's hit the ball hard 3 times today. He's got a ground rule double, an RBI single. A horrid line out to Willie Harris in his first at bat in left field.
Talking about guys that have been on the DL. Chad Cordero, another one of their relievers.
Oh, yeah.
On the DL.
Staying down on the play is Lopez. 2 outs. And they've missed some significant performers this year, no doubt about it, talking about the Nationals. The FSN Insider delivers the excitement of the Seattle Mariners and your other favorite local teams straight to your inbox every weekday, bringing your email to life with exclusive video content and members-only giveaways. Become an insider. Click on the sign-up link at fsninsider.com. Up high to Richie Sexton. 0 for 3 tonight. Pitch got away from Rivera. Rivera, 30 years old, 5'10", 184. He's 3-0 with the Nationals in 06 and 54 games. 4-6 last year in 85 games. Swing and a miss by Sexton, who was ahead in the count 2-0. Sexton had 7 hits on a just completed road trip. Here's 2-1. Went fishing 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Full count. On deck, Kenji Jojima. A couple of hits tonight for Kenji. 2 runs knocked in. See if Richie can start something with 2 outs here. 7th inning. Here we go, 3-2. Until that walk, Rivera had retired all 5 men that he faced. Kenji Jojima swinging a pretty good bat here tonight. Just in case you're wondering, his last homer, May 16th. Interleague play against San Diego here in this ballpark. First pitch to Jojima. Down low, ball 1. One swing away. Long ball tying this game up as you look at the box score.
He's going to have to get Rivera up is what he's going to have to do. Pretty good sinker he's throwing tonight.
Off the end of the bat. Is that a fair ball? Foul, says Jerry Crawford.
Dmitri Young.
Why not? Try to steal one.
Yeah, he ran up and snatched it real quick. I think he's laughing about it. He knew it. Take a look at the replay. Almost.
Jerry's brother Joe working some of the games in the NBA Finals. How about that last night? 24-point.
Over.
Absolutely. Turn off your TV, radios. Biggest rally in an NBA final ever.
It was late too, weren't they? Midway through the third.
Something like that. I listened to a lot of it on radio at that. 24 in the first half, 20 in the third, and they knocked it down once. Lakers, blew it back open again, and then the Celtics put on a heck of a run. Turned up the defense. They won a big game to go up 3-1 in the NBA Finals. 1-2 to Kenji Jojima. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So Sexton draws a walk. Mariners can't do anything with it. Through 7, it's 7-5 Nationals.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching. Voting is now open for the 2008 All-Star Game at Yankee Stadium. Use the ballot on MLB.com to watch video, compare stats, and vote up to 25 times.
Hey, this is Dustin Pedroia.
Hey, tonight has been outstanding. Ryan Rowland-Smith, Sean Green. They've combined for 5 1/3 innings of relief. 2-hit shutout balls, striking out 5 and walking 3. Greeny just finished a 2-inning stint, gave up just 2 hits. He struck out 4. Nice job by those 2 young men out of the bullpen. And action in the bullpen continues here in the 8th inning. Mark Lowe will take over. Mark pitched a couple of days ago in the game up in Toronto. And that was on Monday. Didn't have a good experience. Gave up a hit and a run and walked the batter. And what became a Mariner 3-2 win. The top of the order here in the 8th inning. Be Guzman, Dukes, and Millage. Popped up, and that'll get out of play. Mark Lowe's had some good stints, and he's had some bad ones. 0-2. Beltre has the play. Look at that throw. Well done. One out here in the 8th inning. I'll bring up Elijah Dukes.
Speaking of the bullpen, it'll be interesting to watch Mac manage that while JJ's on the DL. And we pretty much named Brandon as the guy, but see the kind of workload he can take and how he's going to manage the rest of the guys down there.
They got Batista down there for at least for the time being. I mean, that could be subject to change. We'll see what happens. I mean, RA didn't have a good game here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you know, you look at all those things, but Brandon has been their 8th inning guy, and now he's not available because he's going to be the guy to close. So who finishes that? Who does that role? You know, I mean, it was a real struggle earlier on the year when JJ was on the DL, but the guys are throwing the ball much better now. So I think they're better equipped to deal with it. One, they've had to go through it once already, and two, they're a good portion of the way into the season to where they're comfortable in what they're doing, and they're throwing the ball well, all of those guys.
1-1. Talking to Bob Carpenter, who does TV for the Nationals, he said this young man Dukes, who's had a checkered past, which is an understatement. We were in Tampa last year. Had some domestic battery charges up against him, and they subsequently dealt him to Washington. But they said this young man is a fabulous talent. Can go get it for the most part. I mean, runs well, hits for average, hit for power. Has that potential to do that. I mean, his average coming in only 220, but he'd been on a tear of late. 2-2. Sends one to right field, long run. Ballantine, and he's there. So 2 outs here in the 8th inning. Interleague play with the Nationals continues right here. Safeco Field tomorrow. Don't miss the live coverage beginning at 6:30 p.m. here on FSN and FSN HD. Lastings Millage to face Mark Lowe. Lowe gets out quickly. Lowe's got the big elbow pad on the left elbow. It's like when you use for rollerblading. Ooh, boy, that got catchy. Second time he really taking a shot tonight. Big shot.
Sometimes in those shin guards where they separate it soft in between the hard plastic that they have there, and if the ball hits there, it can still get a pretty good portion of your knee. I don't know where this one hit him. Yeah, right in there on that seam.
Got some arm too. Umpire DJ Rayburn and Village. Gives you a chance to shake it off. 0-2 for Mark Lowe. Mark celebrating his 25th birthday last Saturday. He's ahead of Millage, 0-2. All in 2 strikes. Mariners 8th inning. It'll be Ballantine, Betancourt, and Ichiro 8-9-1. Mariner relief corps kept the Nationals off the board. It's 5 innings plus. A couple of guys having reunions tonight. Lee Ilya, hitting coach for the Mariners, and Pat Corrales, the bench coach. A couple of baseball lifers came up in the Phillies organization. There's Lee. Played in the Phillies organization minor league ball back in Arkansas in the early 60s. And another guy they came up with, there's Pat, catcher for a long time in the major leagues. A short stint as a manager, been a coach with Bobby Cox for a long time. One of the guys that they came up with was Richard Anthony Allen, Dick Allen. It was interesting, to say the least, down in Arkansas, early 60s. I remember Pat Corrales telling me years ago in Atlanta, he said, hey, Richie and I were like brothers because we had to have each other's back. He was a black kid from Western Pennsylvania. He says, I'm a Chicano kid from L.A. area. To this day, they are best of buds. 3-2 to Millage. Got him looking. Inning over. Nicely done by Mark Lowe. A 1-2-3-8 offense. Somebody put out an APB for it. Ballantine, Betancourt, and Ichiro. Can they get something going here for the Mariners?
Hey, this is BJ Ron.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live
And on demand.
on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Even when you can't watch your favorite team, you can know what's happening with MLB.com's mobile team alerts, now including video alerts for your video-enabled phone. You'll get video highlights minutes after they happen, text messages on home runs, lead changes, and more. Everything you need to stay informed throughout the season for just $3.99 per month. Sign up now and pick your favorite team. Text MLB to 65246. For complete details, go to MLB.com/mobile.
Hey, this is James Shields.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
And all my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
On MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Welcome to the new and improved MLB.com. Experience the game like never before with MLB.com's Game Day. Real-time pitch types and in-game video highlights moments after they happen. Have those same highlights sent straight to your video-enabled phone with MLB.com's mobile team alert. And if you can't get to the game, watch every out-of-market game this season live with high-quality streaming video exclusively on MLB.tv. Only on MLB.com, where baseball is always on.
Hey, this is Phil Hughes.
Hey, this is DJ Upton. And all my games are live on MLB.tv. Live and on demand on MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Today, time running short on the Mariners here at beautiful Safeco Field. 7-5 Nationals. Home eighth coming up. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. It'll be Ballantine, Betancourt, and Ichiro facing this man, Joel Hanrahan. 6'4", 248. He's out of Des Moines, Iowa. If you've been following the news, you know that a lot of Iowa, particularly Des Moines and Cedar Rapids, is underwater. All the Midwest storms and floods and tornadoes. And our good thoughts and best wishes go out to everybody out there in the Hawkeye state of Iowa. Ballantine, a base hit in the second inning, struck out in the fourth, grounded out the third and the fifth. Popped up and playable. Lopez. Long wait, great hang time. Hanrahan takes over for Saul Rivera, who pitched 2 scoreless innings, walked 1. And struck out 1. The starter Sean Hill went 5 innings, 12 hit, 5-run ball, 4 earned, 1 walk and 3 strikeouts.
Already seen a couple of good fastballs from Hanrahan. 50 strikeouts and 41 in the third.
Down low to Betancourt. Hanrahan a year ago, 5-3 in 12 games. Ball 2. Now last year 51 innings, 43 strikeouts, 38 walks. Started his pro career back in 2000. Betancourt ahead 3-0. Hanrahan comes out of the Dodgers organization. 3-1. DJ Rayburn, the home plate umpire, minor league umpire, has been brought up a few stints during the course of the season. There's a drive to the gap in deep left center field, and that one is going to bounce off the fence, retrieved by Millage. And there's Betancourt with a one-out double, his 18th double of the season. And now we turn the order over, top of the order, to Ichiro. Nice job by Uni.
Really aggressive swing on a 3-1 count. We've seen Hanrahan throw nothing but fastballs. Jumps on this one, hits it in the gap. Tell you what, Millage a couple of times has gotten the ball off the fence and gotten it back in pretty quick. One with Ichiro and now one with Betancourt. Both of them looking for triples.
Every batter of both teams has reached base tonight. Ichiro, one swing can tie it up right here. Strike one. Betancourt's at second. Ichiro representing the tying run. 0-2.
There's the first breaking ball we've seen.
First time these two have faced off against each other. 13 hits for the Mariners, just 5 runs to show for it. The other way, past Belliard. Uni had to retreat to make sure Belliard didn't grab it. So first and third, one out. Nice 0-2 hitting by Ichiro. And for Ichiro, his third hit of the night.
His hits hitting the hole over on the left side. Down a couple of runs. Betancourt had to make sure it went through.
There's Lopez. He's got a 2-hit night going. 2 for 3. Unscored in a walk. And he represents the lead run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. If Ichiro does anything here. Good job by Flores, reaching in front. 1-0 to Lopez.
Jose leads the league in sacrifice flies. Major leagues with 8.
Brendan Morrow starting to heat up. Heat up he has these last couple of weeks. Broken bat. Foul ball. Boy, these bats, it's scary. Vidro had one break off tonight. Lopez here. Good crowd, 35,941 on hand here at Safeco Field. One out double by Betancourt. Ichiro followed with a base hit. Tying runs are aboard. Here's the 1-1. Ichiro.
He was going too.
Yes, he was. He had good forward momentum, and he had to slam on the brakes and hustle back. 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Mariners trying to get to 25 wins on the season. 2-1. Runner goes. No throw. Stolen base number 29 for Ichiro. Base hit will tie it up.
Felt like he had to go, not just because of the score, but Flores 2 for 24, throwing out runners.
Saw that number. That sort of jumps out at you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So now 2-2 to Lopez.
Good piece of hitting right there. Good slider down and away.
Milledge, the center fielder, shading Lopez towards right. Big gap in left center. See what gives here. 2-2. Couple runners on. Good battle.
98 miles an hour. That last pitch just right off the edge. Too close to take.
You played an era where it was he had a lot of specialists, but it seems like now everybody out of the bullpen. I mean, it has just been remarkable. Charlie Manning must be getting ready. I mean, everybody 97s and 98s. We've seen a bunch in the last month. 2-2.
I think it started to change probably. Gosh, I would say probably 6 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Where everybody was 95 plus?
Well, not necessarily everybody, but it seems like every team has, you know, a couple of guys down there that are throwing that can throw it over 95 miles an hour. It never used to be that way.
Crazy now. Tried again, 2-2. So a full count here for Lopez. Runners at second and third, one out. Vidro's on deck. He's 1 for 4 with an RBI. Lopez with a base hit can score. Ichiro and Betancourt. Good wheels out there. 3-2 pitch. Change up. Fly ball left field. Betancourt tagging. Harris makes the catch and throw will go into third base. So sac fly makes it a 1-run ball game. Nicely done by Lopez. Picks up an RBI. His 33rd. 2 outs. That was a 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 pitch at bat. Randy St. Clair, the pitching coach, some instructions on how to deal with Vidro. Both of these teams have combined for 24 hits, 5 doubles, 19 singles. Washington's got a double and 9 singles. The Mariners have 4 doubles and 10 singles. Don't forget, coming up, Mariners Live immediately following our broadcast here. We'll hear from the Mariners. Storms in action and some words on Mike Holmgren and the Seahawks. Here it is, June 13th. NFL guys go to camp in about another month and change. 2 outs, tying run at second for Jose Vidro. Ball 1 to Jose. Tying run. Second base with Ichiro. Vidro's in charge, 2-0. Manny Acta, second-year manager for the Nationals. Big rip, 2-0.
Mariners have done a pretty good job hitting within a scoring position tonight. 5 for 15. A lot of opportunities for them.
That sure beats their 224 average on the season coming in. Vidro 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ichiro will get a good jump here. Good base runner. Terrific speed. 2-2 to Vidro. Driven to right center field. Good hang time. Driven a long way. Dukes is there, and he makes the catch. And the Mariners narrow the gap to 1. We head to the 9th. 7-6 Nationals. Brandon Morrow coming on.
I'm Ashley Russell. Join me each day for a daily dose of top sports news. With scores, polls, and the latest highlights, the Yahoo Sports Minute keeps you up to date and in the know in no time flat. Watch the Yahoo Sports Minute each day on Yahoo Sports.
Stay on top of all the NBA playoff action with Yahoo Sports. Watch thrilling up-to-the-minute highlights. Go behind the scenes.
You have a chance to put a team away in a game, you got to do it, especially in the playoffs.
And get expert analysis.
This is a huge series right here because these are two teams that if they get by each other have a legitimate shot to win it all.
This spring, don't miss your shot to stay up to date with daily coverage of the NBA playoffs on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
Hey, this is AJ Burnett.
All my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is Curtis Cranston.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn. Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com for all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Voting is now open for the 2008 All-Star Game at Yankee Stadium. Use the ballot on MLB.com to watch video, compare stats, and vote up to 25 times.
Morrow's on the pitch the 9th. Swing and a miss. Beg your pardon, Lowe's still in there. I saw Brandon Morrow warming up. I thought he was making his way in here. Here's Lowe. Getting a strike on Dmitri Young. One and one to Young. Dmitri Young got off to a real good start. RBI base hit, bases loaded walk. Since then, he struck out twice. One and two. Mark Lowe came in to pitch 1-2-3. 8th inning. 4th pitcher of the day, for the evening rather, for the Mariners. Now he's gone 3-2 to Dmitri Young. John Roush. He'll be coming in the bottom of the 9th. 3-2. Swing and a miss. So Young goes down for the 3rd consecutive at bat. One out here in the 9th. Good numbers by the relief corps, giving up just 2 hits, no runs.
Talk about the bullpen. Over the last 43 games, their ERA combined is just over 3, so they've done a really nice job.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Lowe. Breaking ball to Jesus Flores. Jesus Flores with a 2-run double in the 2nd inning. 2-4 in the 9th. Mark Lowe doing a good job throwing strikes this evening. He went 3-2 to Young. That was the deepest count he's rung up so far. Oh-2. Lowe can retire the Nationals here in the 9th. Coming up in the home 9th, Ibanez, Beltre, and Sexton, the middle of the order for the Mariners. 1-2. Washington Nationals, they're 1-2 on a 9-game, 3-city trip. Came in from Pittsburgh. They'll go to Minnesota from here. Yeah, right to Jose Lopez, 2 down. Two outs in the ninth. That'll bring up Ronnie Belliard. Belliard's walked his last 2 times up. Reached on a fielder's choice and drove in 2 runs with a single in that big second inning. Second inning, the Nationals sent 10 men to the plate. And 1. Mark Lowe 5 of 6 in first pitch strikes. I like that percentage, particularly get through tonight, and it establishes a real good pattern for the immediate future. 2 outs, nobody on. 0-2 to Belliard. Here's the pitch, way upstairs. Last time these 2 clubs met, June 10 through 12, 3 years ago. 3-game sweep at RFK Stadium by the Mariners. That misses away, 2-2. That was first year for the Nationals in our nation's capital after coming down from Montreal. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Very fine performance by Mark Lowe. 3 strikeouts in his 2 innings. The bullpen in all did a great job. Offense. They need some. Down 1. Home ninth coming up.
Hey, this is Dustin Pedroia.
Hey, this is John Maine. All of my games are live.
Live and on demand on MLB.tv. On MLB.tv. MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is BJ Ryan.
Hey, this is Justin Morneau.
And all my games are live.
Live and on demand.
On MLB.tv.
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 Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Hey, this is James Shields.
Hey, this is Victor Martinez.
And all my games are live and on demand on MLB.tv. MLB.tv. On MLB.tv.
MLB.tv.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Field, first of a 3-game series. Defensive change. Ryan Langerhans, former Brave, he's in left field now. New third baseman Willie Harris, so he comes in from left field to third, and moving from third to first is Ronnie Belliard. And out of the game is Dmitri Young. How about this guy, John Ralph, 6'11", 291 out of Louisville, Kentucky. Had a good year, converted 11 of 12 save opportunities. He'll face Banez, Beltre, and Sexton. Strike one. To Raul. 2.76 ERA. Opponent's hitting 236. That is a big man out there. Rouse came up with the White Sox organization and has been with this Expo/National organization since '04. 1-2 to Raul.
You say 6'11"?
6'11", 291.
And you'd expect him to throw 100. He's just 91 miles an hour. I think he'd throw a lot harder. Big curve ball.
2-2. Tell you what, not too many guys going to be rushing the mound against him, I'll tell you that. Guess we got a suicide wish. 1-2. Way upstairs.
How tall is Chris Young from San Diego?
6'10", 6'11".
Yeah.
Mark Henderson is 6'9". Swing and a miss. Beat him with 94. 1 out. According to the Nationals book, as Beltre approaches the plate, says Rouse is the tallest player in Major League history, trumping 6'10" Randy Johnson.
He had to play basketball somewhere, didn't he?
It'd be a tremendous waste if he didn't. Hey kid, Hawaii stretch, how are you?
I don't know if he's pitching in the big leagues, but
no, but I'm saying coming up though. Come on, I mean he's got to. Yeah, at Oldham County High School he played baseball and basketball, swing and a miss. 1-1 to Beltre. His first team All-State academic honors all 4 years in high school. All region and all district in baseball. Terry Crawford, an emphatic yes you did. 1-2.
I'll take a look at it. See if the catcher asked to see if it's a check swing or not. Yeah, he did. Because you know Adrian was going to.
Roush. 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mariners down a run. Ari Dickey had some outstanding relief performances his last few times out. Got the start tonight. Had a bad outing. Mariners trying to pick him up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sexton on deck. Here's the formula. Beltre get on. Richie hit one out. We all go home.
Breaking ball.
RBIs tonight for the Mariners. Lopez has 1 for Vidro, 1 for Banez, 1 for Beltre, 2 for Jojima. One down here in the ninth. 3-2 to Beltre. Keeps that bat alive. Three balls, 2 strikes to Adrian Beltre with 1 out. Pulls 1 foul.
3 sliders in a row. 3-2 count.
Adrian Beltre bobblehead night. It would be fitting if he would leave the yard right here. His fan club is ready. That thing may come to life if he hits a home run here. Hit it high enough. I don't know if he got it deep enough. He did, and Lingerhands is there. 2 outs. Last hope for the Mariners. Beltre gave it a ride. Had some good at bats tonight. Hit the ball really hard a couple of times. Now Richie Sexson. Sexson struck out looking his first 2 times out. You could put a circle or a question mark around that second at bat and the third. A soft line drive back to the pitcher in the 4th and walked in the 7th. 6'11", pitching to 6'8". Dmitri Young started, taken out of the game. Yeah, that was a pitch he'd love. Get another opportunity. 0-2.
Yeah, Roush, you can see where he left it right in the middle of the plate, up a little bit, but it was centered. Flores was set up away.
And 2. Driven to center field. That's going to sit down for a base hit. Outfield is playing deep. Richie dunks one in. 2 outs. They'll get a pinch runner. Get Willie Blomquist out there. Blomquist pinch runs after Sexton picks up a base hit. And here's Kenji Chojima. 2-hit night for him. Knocked in 2. Kenji representing the winning run. This pitch from Roush is in there for a strike. Roush, the 4th pitcher tonight for the Nationals. 0-1 to Kenji.
Outfield is playing really deep, taking the double away.
Swing and a miss.
I don't think Willie Harris is getting closer to that line over at third.
Well, standing right on. 0-2. Sexton dunked one in. 0-2. See if Kenji can get something generated here. The 0-2 pitch to Jojima. Pitch out. Nothing doing.
Kenji can find a way to get on. You have Jeremy Reed on deck right now. It looks like he'll pinch hit for Ballantine.
Here's the 1-2. Runner goes. Do it again. Roush got the inning going by striking out Ibanez. Beltre flied out the left. Sexton on a 0-2 pitch. Dropped one in front of the center fielder. Boy, Millage is practically in right center field now, the center fielder. The pitch. Popped up and out of play. Hastings Millage resetting. Playing a little more straight away. Not particularly deep. But he was in right center before that last pitch. 1-run ball game. National 7-6. 1-2 to Kenji Jojima with Blomquist on first. The pitch fouled straight back. Kenji Jojima hanging tough. Kenji 4 for 14 on the just concluded road trip. Do it again. 1-2. Driven to center. Millage just has to retreat a few steps, and that will do it. Nationals come in to Seattle They come away with a 7-6 decision. The Mariners out-hit them 15-10. But the Nationals, on the strength of a second inning in which they scored 6 runs, sending 10 men to the plate with 5 hits and left the bases loaded, they come away with the victory. Hill will be the winning pitcher. Dickey loses it. Dickey 1-2. Hill goes to 1-3. Save goes to Ralph. 7-6. The Nationals take the first of this 3-game weekend series here at Safeco Field. The Nationals dropped to 24-43, 19 games under 500. And the Nationals go to 27-42. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. Catch it tomorrow. 7-6. Nationals win it. Time now for Mariners Live, which starts right here.